Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video. Hope you guys are all doing well. I just finished watching Mohamed Light vs Lucas, and the season is officially over. I finished rank 451 in the world, 2,917 medals, and this is going to be a top 500 finish, my 4th ladder finish on my LegendaryPop account, I think my 9th or 10th total, and that's going to be a level 4 badge. As I said, it's upgraded, not that the badge looks any different, but I did get another top 500 on Path of Legends, which makes 3 on this account total, badge upgrade, and don't really get any new badges like best season or anything. But I'm pretty happy with that because that's pretty much going to be all I really wanted from Path of Legends on this account. I can kind of retire safely. I'll talk more about that later, but I did grind a significant amount to get this. I obviously wanted to get 3k medals, wasn't able to do it, but still pretty happy with this. Played with Xbow Inferno Tower, Evo Firecracker, which was a new Xbow deck and one of the best ones in the meta, because the meta's been pretty tough. I had to adapt and learn a lot of matchups because it's really not played the same as Xbow Cycle. Of course, Evo Firecracker was a significant help, but still, you know, I played so much, I grinded a lot this week, and I'm just happy to get the top 500 because I have 3 top 500s on this account in Path of Legends now. So in the video today, I'm going to be showing you guys my final games that got me. They're going to be a pretty long video. I'll just be including all the end season games. If you guys do enjoy the video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get right into the matches. Alright, so I just won a game, and I'm at 2,713 medals, rank 841 in the world, with this Xbow Firecracker Inferno Tower deck, which is pretty much the best Xbow deck in the meta right now, with the evolutions plaguing Clash Royale. Found our first match against a Japanese player. Let's see what he's going to be running, an Ice Pit first play. And I'm trying to adapt to this deck because I tried grinding with Inferno and even Queen Bow for the longest time, and I wasn't really getting anywhere. Plus, I was really busy with work. Didn't really have time to, like, just play the whole day. So I decided, you know, it was time to actually just play smart, not just silly. And I decided to, you know, use the deck that Aragon was playing and also find the best one for me. There's one version with Tornado in here as well, but I really feel like this is the best for me because, number one, Cycle is what I've always been best at. Xbow Cycle, like Skeletons, Ice Spirit, or Skeletons, E-Spirit, or even Fire Spirit in some metas, but never really Tornado, even though I'd say Tornado is actually really solid in this meta against the Hoggy Q and everything. And then, of course, you have the Evo Firecracker, which is carrying Xbow and carrying pretty much everything really hard right now because Xbow's a pretty dead archetype, I would say. It always really is, if you just talk about Inferno, Xbow Cycle by itself, but there are always really good cards you can slot in, and so I feel like Firecracker is definitely one that we need to take advantage of. I mean, Evo Skeletons are my favorite and the first one I got, but they're just really not good. Like, they're pretty mediocre compared to the others. They're definitely like bottom 2 evolutions, I'd say, and Firecracker's just so strong. So yeah, Evo RG was also nerfed, but it's still not really too much. So right now it's the Sunday before the season ends. You guys might not know this about me, but I usually have a bit of anxiety when it comes to ladder, so I'd rather not tilt end season. So pretty much for all my best finishes, I secure them on the day before season ends, like literally 24 hours before usually. So right now it's like Sunday morning, I'm just playing, and one Firecracker is gonna get on the tower. As you guys can see, it activates King, and it gets like 500 damage on that tower. That's just insane. Gonna Ice Spirit to freeze the Mighty Miner. That's gonna be a lock, and that's gonna be a really nice punish. So very nice start to this first game, but as I was saying, guys, I'll talk more about the gameplay and everything in a bit. Just want to explain some stuff. Also gonna sack a Firecracker to get the King activation off this Evo one, and should be pretty solid. Activation will be nice. And yeah, so I usually secure, like, for my best ladder finish ever, 107, which I was trying to beat this season. I still might be, but I've realized, like, I don't know if I want to play like 24 hours on season end. We'll see though. But I've realized that I pretty much just need to secure on the day before. Number one, because I don't like tilting on last day. Number two, last day is on a Monday for me, which means I usually have work or school. Now it's work, before it was always school, and so I couldn't really just skip or like I also think my opponent gave up. I mean, I could have skipped if I wanted to, but never really did. And so I always just felt better, like, securing and then watching, and like the final day, final few hours, and just watching my rank slowly drop, but hopefully not below the rank I wanted. So for my 107, I've reached 41 in the world, like, on Sunday, and then it went down to 107 over the course of like 24 hours or so. So I'm going to be trying to do that today again. Going to try and secure maybe 3k, or if I can't, maybe definitely like a top 500 if possible, because I'd like to just get one more to close out my season, and that's going to be a really nice first win. Honestly, my opponent just didn't really play that well, and I was able to do pretty well. I'm not that high yet. I'm just like barely top 1k right now. So yeah, pretty nice first win against looks to be Drill 2744. Let's keep the matches going. Alright guys, final game against Mini Smoke. So this should be one of my friends. I might try and tie him. Let's see, because I mean, we've talked a bit. Actually, we haven't really tied before though. So, okay, looks like he's not really going to tie. He didn't give it back, so I think we're just going to play. I'll give the good luck and log first play. No idea what he's playing normally. He's like a Graveyard Freeze player, if it's a smoke I'm thinking about. Goes for the Goblins, though. So I guess could really be anything. Like, everyone is abusing broken decks like RG, Hog right now. There's also, like, barely any Expo players, by the way. I've not played, like, a single Expo mirror match the whole season so far, I'm pretty sure. Okay, goes for the Eye Tower. I'm going to Ice Spirit, but it's a bit late. There's no point going Knight. That Expo's way too far gone to do anything. So just good to know he has Goblins, Fireball, Ice Spirit. I believe it's going to be Goblin Drill. Although it could be, I guess, still could be Hog. Because, like, it's Cycle pretty much, but I don't know, feels like Goblin Drill. I did just beat Goblin Drill, though, so it might not be the same deck twice in a row. Just gonna Knight the back. Pretty solid play to just reset the situation, and he looks like he's down a bit of Elixir. Gonna Fireball the Firecracker. I pretty much always try and Fireball the Firecracker plus Tower, especially if it's evolved, and something you have to do in this meta, because everyone's playing Evo Firecracker, is you have to know how the Firecracker's trajectory is going to work out when it's going to push itself back, and then try and hit the tower that way. So I believe I have outcycled something. It also looks like he's down on Elixir. Goes for a Miner and Log. That's very aggressive. I'm going to Skeletons to predict, and then Knight as well for the Eye Tower, and that's going to be a lock because that was just way too aggressive of a Fireball. Honestly, like, he did not really defend that well. Also, the Miner was a bit too aggressive because I could just ignore it, and this is going to be a huge lock. He goes for a late Miner. I'm going to Firecracker for the bat. Actually, he does get a pretty decent Miner, like, I guess clipping the Firecracker, but it's going to splash itself back, and that should pretty much be game already, because, I mean, I might be down a bit of Elixir, but with this kind of lead, usually everyone plays very aggressive. Also, we get a nice little connection on the right. As you guys can see, Evo Firecracker does like 600. It does like 1,000 if both spheres hit, like the main attack sphere and then like the radius ones that splash after. So I'm just going to Expo on the right. He has a Fireball, and one big Expo fundamental is that you always want to go opposite lane. Also, because you just go for a Firecracker, I can let this Expo die actually and just get a free King Tower activation, while also just being a +2. And now I can just Fireball Tower because I baited out a lot of Elixir. I literally let the Expo die. He went Eye Tower Goblins. He's panicking a bit at least. Okay, speaking of that, though, that's going to be a lot of Firecracker damage. That's what I was talking about. That's, wow. What was that, guys? I don't even know. I can't even tell, but I think that was at least 1,000, if not more. That's just really stupid. I'm going to Knight in front of this Expo again, though. I have 2 Knights right now, so that's a Fireball as well. Didn't place the Eye Tower correctly. Should have played it out of Fireball range, so don't really know if he can stop this, to be honest. Ice Spirit Skeletons catch the Miner. He still has a Knight to deal with on that side because I did cycle multiple Knights. New Knight comes down, going to block the Firecracker 2. Nice Knight. And that is going to be Tower down. All I have to do is defend this final push. Actually, Firecracker's going wrong lane, so there's really nothing to defend. Also goes for the Miner, not on the Firecracker this time, so that's going to be GG. Nice win. You guys saw that one Evo Firecracker that's what I was talking about. Like, you can get over 1,000 damage with one connection. It's actually insane. So, like, even if you have a lead, it can disappear that quickly. So you have to be very careful in this meta, but I'm glad I was able to win against Smoke there. That should put me at 2.8k now. Yup, 2,802, rank 617 in the world, getting closer up there. Alright guys, our next game against a Japanese player. He gives a good luck. I will give it back, and we are one off 2,850 now. I'm kind of trying to see like how I can increment the video, because I'm obviously going to try to go for 3k if possible. So I'm not recording every single match, but I'm recording like almost everyone, I guess. Anyway, Firecracker for the Gold Knight. I'm going to go for a Knight to try and block, and okay, sadly did not catch the Bar Barrel, but Golden Knight, Bar Barrel, this could be Electro Giant, honestly. What? Okay, 3 Musketeers. I will Fireball. I actually Fireballed, like, I did get Fireball value, but that was kind of the wrong... I'm going to log. Okay, that was also a bad log. That's on me. I should have actually logged low, and I'm going to take a lot of damage for that. Honestly, it's not that bad because it's 3 Musketeers. I think I could be fine here, but that was really not an optimal start whatsoever. I don't know, I just, like, Fireballed 2 Musketeers, and they were in different lanes. That's, like, a weird play. You never really do that because you just want to get rid of, like, one lane, I guess, but... I guess that was still okay. I mean, again, 3 Musketeers does not have a big spell, and apparently he does have arrows, so that is something else. I guess for the Firecracker meta, goes for Goblins. I'm going to Knight for the Goblins, Ice Spirit for the Miner, and this could be a mini lock, honestly. Skeleton as well. No, he gets the Gold Knight down, so maybe those Skeletons were a mistake. Yeah, Bar Barrel 2. I actually don't even know how I can stop this, because there's no way I'm going to sack an Evo Firecracker to a Golden Knight. I guess I can go for, like, a late one if he goes for the dash. But honestly, even if he goes for the dash, like, that's going to just... Oh, I should have logged. I'm just kind of panicking, guys, because, like, whenever I get, like, higher up, closer to my goal, I start playing a bit more nervous, so... I need to just chill, I guess. Gonna be a bit aggressive because I have an Evo Firecracker down. This should be a pretty solid punish. And let's see how he can actually stop this. Because, okay, 3 Musketeers at the bridge. That should take, like, all of them out. But, oh my god, they do so much damage. Like, I get a nice lock, actually. That's a nice lock. And I get the Firecracker splash on tower. That is huge. And Arrows is going to take out the Firecracker, sadly, before it can get a hit. I'm going to Knight Skeletons, though, because I believe he's not back to Golden Knight. and this should be a decent punish. If he's back, I'll eat my words. Okay, thank God, because if he was actually back, that would have been a terrible play, but I just wanted to pressure a bit. I knew I was up Elixir, but Miner does just save him. He has to go for Goblins later, though. I can actually Firecracker that and maybe get a little bit of tower damage, and I don't get any, but the idea was there. I have to log this Barb Barrel, and so we are in, like, getting closer, not in the lead, but getting closer to, like, closing the gap. Goes for a pump. I am gonna Fireball, I guess. I don't know, like, I could have Xbow'd. Actually, good thing I didn't Expo. He went Golden Knight to defend, but like, because the right play, according to my friends, is you Expo to keep the pressure up and just punish. Okay, he's going to predict the Firecracker with the Miner. Might also go for the arrows now. I have to Fireball that ASAP, so that's a okay Fireball. Honestly, I'm not really okay with that, though, because now he's back to another pump. I'm going to Expo to predict the pump and maybe get a small lock. Firecracker for the 3M. And he gets them down. Hopefully this is going to be okay, and log as well. And okay, what I actually did... I got the prediction correct. He went 3M, I went Evo Firecracker for it, but I guess they just do so much DPS. I was not ready for that. If I Fireballed instead, that would have been a huge lock, but well played to him, I guess. I was not expecting them to do that much damage at all. I'm going to Expo right now. I have to pressure now because I'm down too much. He goes Golden Knight. I'll Firecracker the bridge to pressure. Log the Goblins. Knight for the Miner. Okay, wrong catch, unfortunately, but... Skeletons catch this Barb Barrel and did not even get that, so everything is going kind of bad for me right now. I get a small lock, he can just arrows to take the Expo out. I have to keep the pressure up. Like, I just have to keep going, honestly. I have to keep going and just hope that I can catch him in a bad spot. Firecracker for the Miner, Ice Spirit 2, Knight for the Golden Knight. Hopefully that doesn't dash onto my entire... Okay, dashes onto everything, but still... Skeletons for the Barb Barrel should catch. There should be a tiny Expo lock, I think. And he goes, let's go for arrows too. If he didn't go for those arrows, that would have been good. But since that would have been good for him. But since he did, I can punish again. That's gonna be a lock. Oh my God, that's a lock. I have to hold on to this Knight as well to catch the Golden Knight. Skeletons catch the Barb Barrel. I just have to get enough damage to Fireball, and that's gonna be it, I hope. And oh my God, thank God I was able to come back, guys. That was intense. Like, that was really intense. And I honestly messed up in single. I should not have taken that much damage at all. But I'm glad I was able to catch him overcommitting and punish. That's what you have to do with Expo. You just have to look out for mistakes and punish them all. That's going to put me at 2855, top 500 in the world. Let's go, 442. So that is huge because this is a top 500. Like, I'm going for 3K right now, but... I'm just really happy to be, like, halfway there. You know, 2.7 is where I started. 2855 is a really good, like, halfway point. I'm probably going to take a small break right now and then come back, I think. I've been up and down, as you guys can see. Like, I was losing some, but yeah, thank God I was able to reach here. I'll see you guys when I get the next match. Alright guys, we're into the next game against Sir Ayar, so I am now 5 off 3k if everything goes perfectly. I think I want to stop like 1 above 3k. If I can, we will see. Miner Goblin's first play, and that was a perfect Knight placement, as you guys can see. It tanks for the Miner and attacks the Goblins first. Like, that was really clean, honestly. I did not expect that to work out. I kind of wanted to go Knight for the Goblins, let the Miner lock on the tower, and then go Skeletons for the Miner, but that is actually just like an even more perfect execution of that. Gonna Fireball the Musketeer. Miner Goblins Musketeer. This could be Balloon, like Loon Cycle with Goblin instead of Skeletons. I know that was a thing before. I don't really know. It could also be Mortar, I guess. Okay, Fisherman, what? Okay, definitely can't be RG with Miner and Musketeer in there, so... I get an arrows. Okay, it's probably Balloon, right? Like, it has to be, because I mean, like, this is definitely like a weird deck, not really a common deck. He goes Miner right into my Knight, which is nice for me. Gonna Ice Spirit for the bats, and that Fisherman's actually gonna lock on a tower. I think I have to log it off back onto my Knight, and doesn't even work out, so that's a bit unfortunate. I'm gonna go for the Expo, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I'll see. Let's see. I want to try. He goes for the Muskie again. What does he have to counter? Barbs. Okay, that's a Fireball right away. Skeletons for the Musketeer as well. This might be a small lock. Okay, Goblins come down. Gonna Ice Spirit for them, and oh no, it didn't jump. If that jumped, that would have been a huge lock right now. Like, that was a really nice sequence for him, not me, because I would have gotten like at least 500 or 1,000 more damage if that Ice Spirit jumped. So that's on me. Like, honestly, guys, Ice Spirit is kind of minor, and okay, he goes for the bats. That hopefully this takes all of them out. Okay, no, it does not. So one bat's gonna be a pain. I'm gonna Expo though to... Okay, never mind. I wanted to Expo, but like, I don't know, because like Firecracker's going wrong lane. Does he respond? No, he's smart enough not to respond. If he responded, he would have lost to an Expo because he would have been too low, but he was smart. He saved, so he's like, this is a really weird deck, but he knows what he's doing. He has obviously played this quite a lot, so just gonna hit the back to reset. I'm gonna take the Fireball on the Fisherman. Like, I'm just waiting for the Balloon and get screwed over by the Balloon, honestly. I'm gonna save my eye tower for that, I think. Okay, oh, Evo Barbarians, that's problematic. I'm gonna go for my Evo Firecracker. Should actually take everything out, honestly. Knight for the Miner. Okay, thought he would try and snipe the Firecracker. He does have a Fireball in here. What? Okay, so he has Fireball arrows. I'm gonna Expo right now, and this should be a decent punish. If he goes Goblins, I can log them off. That should be a lock. No, gets Muskie down. Wow, he is catching me like I thought he would be like too low to go for such an aggressive play, but he like bluffed. Like it worked out because if he went for a low muskie, it would have been better for me. But I did not expect him to go for that. If I caught that, it would have been a huge lock as well. But he is like these are the mind games. I'm gonna switch lanes right now. Xbow on the right. I don't think that's gonna tank. Yeah, it doesn't. Nice. Okay, so he misplaces Fisherman. Gonna Knight to protect this Xbow. I have to protect it with like everything because I need this lock really bad. And really nice that he went Miner in the wrong lane, because that's like, that Xbow already got his damage. I can go for a new Xbow right now. Keep the momentum again. This is what it is all about. Xbow, you press their disadvantage state. You don't really be aggressive until they give you a reason to, then you just keep going until you eventually break through and they can't handle it, because right now I know for a fact my opponent's down. Good Knight to predict the Musketeer. Ice Spirit to cut these barbs out of Xbow range. Very nice play. Eva Firecracker is back. I think I will go for a low one and reset with a new Xbow. That would be probably the optimal play. Skeletons for all of this. Log 2. And if he fireballs, that's going to be even better for me as well. Gonna Xbow to protect the Firecracker, hopefully. Nice. That was perfect. Oh, that was flawless. And the Fisherman was on the Firecracker, but it retargeted. And that might actually get some tower damage with the splash. I think it might. Let's see. No, it doesn't get the shot. If it got the shot, that definitely would have been it. Gonna log these out of Xbow range, though. And okay, he does go for the arrows, so... yeah, because I'm going to have to fireball that. Yeah, I will fireball before we can get any minor shenanigans to tank. And we are still in the lead, but sadly my advantage kind of disappeared now. Like, I'm not really holding the momentum anymore. He goes for the minor bats, and I really need this to hit all bats. I need this so bad, and I missed one, of course. Gonna Firecracker to take the last bat out and then go for an Xbow. If you went arrows for that Firecracker, that would have been perfect too. Skeletons catch the Musketeer, does not go for it, so... this is getting pretty tense. I'm going to go for an eye tower just to like get a building down and get some value like stockpiled on the board. Log for everything, and then that should lock onto the muskie, I believe. It does not yet. I'm going to fireball, I guess, and Xbow again. Yeah, I get tower damage, and I'm going to Xbow again. Evo barbs come down. That's not in range of the Xbow. It is not going to lock on yet. Going to log everything, and this Firecracker is going to go crazy. I think I logged this out of Xbow range, I hope. And he gets the Fisherman down in time. Okay, this is so... I have to Firecracker for those barbs. I have to get a lock somehow, right? Or do I just spell cycle? I think maybe I just spell... I'm going to Xbow. And then Skeletons. Okay, this is getting, like, really, really tense. I'm going to log, make sure I clip the tower. 2 Xbows on the board right now, so if he fireballs, I can fireball tower. Like, I think I just fireball tower anyways. Hopefully it has to go for a bad fireball. Evo barbs come down. Oh, Ice Spirit connected. That's huge because I think that's enough to win the game. Log to catch the miner. Nice. We did push it onto the knight, and that should be it. I don't think arrows is enough. Skeletons as well. And okay, we won by what is that? 15 HP or 25. That's so clutch. That's gonna be GG. He gives it back. Good sport. That was a really intense match. 25 HP win. Very, very nice. Triple elixir pressure. I just had to come back because I was not happy with that start, and that's how you play Xbow in disadvantage, honestly. 404 in the world, 1 of 2.9. Let's keep it going. Alright guys, we're into our game against Surveyor. This is the game for 2.9, which is pretty good, like pretty tense, I guess, because I have to get the 2.9 if I want to get 3k, obviously. Goes for the Dark Prince. Get a Knight to match it. This is always the placement I go for. Knight in front of the King Tower. Graveyard first play. What? Okay, like pretty much first play. I'm going to log everything back as late as possible to hopefully clip the Dark Prince as well. Firecracker 2, and that should be a nice little defense. Yeah, Dark Prince isn't splashing. So I'm going to Xbow right now. If he's playing Giant, he should not have enough for the Giant right away. Okay, he barely does, but I'm going to Ice Spirit Skeletons. He just went for arrows, which means he has to go Snowball for this right now. And this should be a nice lock, I think, so... I was thinking I should have logged there as well. Maybe I should have, honestly, because... okay, really bad Musketeer. Like, that was a really bad Musketeer. That did nothing to the Xbow. It was already dead anyways. That's just going to give me a free Knight, and then I can actually get back to another Xbow pretty soon. Like, he's like, what, 3 off Giant? He went Musketeer. So, he's 3 off Giant, and I can Firecracker whatever he does if it's like a Dark Prince. Yeah, I'm going to Firecracker it at the bridge, and then log as well, I think, and I'm... gonna keep my Firecracker alive, also get some chip, and then I can probably Xbow again, or actually I think I can Ice Spirit to protect the Firecracker. That's gonna be a nice play, because if he lets it go, that's gonna be a lot of damage on tower. He has to go eye drag, which is very nice, because it forced out 4 elixir, and I can just kite this with Skeletons. He could go for a Graveyard. That would be very aggressive. He does. I'm gonna kite it opposite lane. Knight for the Graveyard. I can Evo Firecracker for the Graveyard too, and this should be like an okay defense, because as you guys can see, it has a huge splash area. And it goes wrong. Wait, hopefully it switches back, please. Okay, nice. That's really clutch. Now I can go for the Xbow, and there should be a huge push. And actually, that's going to be a Firecracker on tower, guys, because that's going to be a huge connection. Yeah, look at that. Spheres are on tower. He fireballs. That's going to be a nice fireball. But, oh, wait, I get a second one. Oh, that is criminal, and that's going to be a huge lock as well. Wow, nice. Really nice log. Just DPS that Giant down. He has fireball, arrows, Giant Graveyard, eye drag, and he might be losing to this deck. That's actually insane, because this is not a good matchup at all. I have no Graveyard counters in this deck, so I'm going to Xbow right now. He's not back to Giant, so I have to get a lot of pressure going. Ice Spirit for the Musketeer. Evo Barbs is in here. Okay, makes sense. Everyone's playing Evo Barbs these days. Gonna Knight to block. Goes for the Muskie. Hopefully retargets on the Knight, and it does. Perfect. Gonna kite these Barbs out of range, and that was such a nice kite. Look at that, guys. Dark Prince was too low, and I kited the Barb out of Xbow range, because that's just a play you like to make with this deck. Gonna go for the Eye Tower to defend this, and now that should be GG. Low Firecracker. Ice Spirit just have to log late for this graveyard, and that should be a really clean defense. All I have to do is defend one more graveyard push, and that's gonna be it. I can't believe I just beat Giant Graveyard. That was such a perfect, clean game, honestly. Like, he was too aggressive in single. Okay, wait. That was not the Expo. I'm gonna fireball all of this. Hold on. I missed the Musketeer as well. Okay, I can't say I just beat it and then lose in the last 10 seconds. Gonna Ice Spirit to retarget. List late log and skeletons. Okay, that's gonna be it. Thankfully, we did not throw away everything. But that's gonna be such a nice win. I'm really proud of that. That's going to be 2.9k. I am really happy with that because now I'm like 3 off 3k. So this is going to be really nice. 2918, 361 in the world. That is actually so clutch. I am really, really happy with that. Alright guys, and now this is me in post-editing saying that unfortunately after that moment I tilted a lot. I lost like 250 down to 2.7k, like barely top 1k again. Hog EQ, Giant, Evo RG, Lightning, you know what it is. So I tilted, I went for 3k, I couldn't do it, I was one off. I like one off beating my 2.9, I didn't get it, so I tilted all the way back and I had to recover, so this is the next push. Okay guys, we found our game against Lyric, and I am back down at like 2.75. I can't believe it because I was so close. I was so happy with that Giant Graveyard game. Then everything just went downhill from there. Okay, Fireball right away. That's pretty aggressive of a Fireball, honestly. Like, it's fair, but it's pretty aggressive at the same time. So we can see what we're going to be up against. Gonna Skeletons. Fireball is definitely going to be a decent matchup, I think, for me. Gonna Knight the back and see what he wants to do. Looks like he's not doing anything. Phoenix. Okay, it's going to be Royal Giant, because no other deck runs Phoenix and Fireball, except for RG. Like, even Lava Hound does not run Phoenix and Fireball. It runs Skelly Drag's Fireball, or Phoenix and Arrows. So, going to Firecracker for the Phoenix 2. There should be a lot of chip. Like, yeah, I get some chip. Going to Ice Spirit to protect the Firecracker from the Barb Barrel. Perfect micro. Skeletons to protect again. Oh, that was so clean, actually. And she's still alive, getting on the Fisherman. Look at that, guys. That is, like, the most... Oh, a second one? Oh, that is just nasty. And that is, like, I know for a fact he's upset about... Yeah, look, he literally goes Lumberjack, RG the bridge, because he did not like taking that damage. I'm going to log all this back, and that Eye Tower should take care of the RG in its entirety. As you guys can see, this is why I'm playing Inferno Tower in this deck. The sole reason is for those evolved Royal Giants, because I am done with trying to deal with those with a Tesla. Tesla is so weak, it gets like 2-shot by them, and then it just, or dies for like a spell, and then I have nothing for the RG. Plus it costs 4, like it just, when I was playing 3.0, all my losses when I tilted were pretty much to Evo RG. Like even Hog EQ wasn't that bad, because I could anti-EQ Tesla. They'd always play bad at that range. I was only at like 2.4k, but now it's like, everyone actually knows what they're doing, and yeah, he's also not back to his RG. I could Expo. I think I'm going to chill, though, and play safe. Going to Knight the bridge. Okay, he goes for the Fireball. I'm going to Expo, because if he responds to the Knight, he is going to not be able to RG in time, and if he responds with an RG, Knight's going to lock on a tower. Yeah, that's very clutch. As you guys can see, Knight gets like 3 hits on tower. Barb Barrel comes down to retarget, but damage is done. I'll go for the, okay, log, and then Eye Tower for the RG. And they should full counter it, honestly. Yeah, Lumberjack means he doesn't have enough for a Fireball right away, so that's going to full counter. As you guys can see, Evo RG is no issue. You just have to know their exact cycle and what they're going to do, if they can Fireball or not. Because if they Fireball the Eye Tower, that's going to take it out. But if they can't afford to Fireball, it's 100% going to take the RG out no matter what. So this is like a flawless game against RG so far. And I'm really glad this is like the first game that I started to re-record, because I want to show you guys like how to play this matchup. Like, I've been playing with Aragon. He made this deck kind of and popularized it, and I have just kind of been adapting with my own playstyle, but he's been teaching me some stuff with the deck, and I'm glad I can apply it now, because I'm playing pretty well against Evo RG, although that Knight Punish was pretty much my own style, but like the principles are there. Gonna Knight for the push, and then he's back to Evo RG like next few cards, so I have to get ready for another defense. Looks like he might be going in the left, and nothing, or something Arrow told me is that you don't really want to be going for RGs in, or Expos rather, after double. Like, you can just wait till overtime and win that way. I thought I was going to lock onto the RG. I'm going to Expo right now, yeah, because that was a very aggressive Fireball. I predicted the Fireball, and that might get like a few hits on tower, but that's fine. I'm going to sack it to get a huge lock right now. Log this Barb Barrel back, and that should actually be just be GG right here, because there's no way he can afford an RG in time. I'm going to kite these out of Expo range. Gets the Fisherman down. I guess he did defend. Wow. Well, I could Expo. No, I can't Expo again. I'm just going to Fireball Tower. Like, that's how I'm going to punish, because Fireball Tower is a very underrated play, that's all I'll say. And he cannot do anything about that, because if he Fireballs back, he just down. Like, we traded Fireballs, that's all it is. Yeah, he has to RG. Going to Knight to get the Lumberjack out of the range, I-Tower on the middle, and then that's pretty much exactly how you want to deal with it. And that's going to be very, very nice. I might just Expo again, because he's being very aggressive. Like, Lumberjack RG the bridge. He's 3 off his RG. No, 2 off. Never mind, he went for the Goblin, so he's back to Evo RG, I think. He does go for the Lumberjack instead, though, so I can actually Knight to retarget off this Expo. It might be a tiny lock. Rage is going to take it out pretty much, but yeah, we're pretty much making him panic, and now we're in triple. This is my comfort. Like, this is my ultimate comfort. Usually triple Elixir is pretty stressful, but for me, I'm just chilling in triple, because yeah, he goes for the Fisherman. I never intended to even go for an Expo, so that was just a really aggressive Fisherman, hoping to catch an Expo, which I was never going to go for. And I have to defend. I'm just going to defensive Expo, because there's no point going in. I'm up a lot, and there's no point going Expo right into an RG. Like, I'm never going to break through. My win con is not strong enough, so there's just no point. Also, don't need to I-Tower for this RG, by the way, because Evo Firecracker does work. Okay, see, this is what I mean, guys. Like, my instinct was to Expo, because I have a defensive Expo up, but Expo number 1 is such a bad win con, it dies in like half a second. Number 2, like, it was in the right play, because he was just going RG anyways. He predicted it, like, well played to him. I should have just chilled, because, like, I never get anywhere when I offensive Expo and triple, honestly. Like, there's nothing you can do. But that's going to be it. I just have to I-Tower for the next RG. Get an Ice Spirit to block. It should lock on to the RG, and that's going to be a dead Evo RG. That is like pretty much a flawless game against Evo RG, guys. Pretty much no mistakes on my end. That's exactly how you want to play it. I'm glad I'm hopefully untilting, because that was a very tough tilt. Like, I was 2-9-1-8, 3 off 3K, but nice win against Evo RG. Very happy with that. Alright guys, into our next match against Electrify. Oh, I have to beat this guy because he beat me last game and BM'd a lot. I'm going to mute and just try and win because I just want to win and then BM him back. Like, that's honestly how I feel. I'm going to Firecracker the back first play because I think it's better to cycle. He's spamming the bridge as usual. Just going to Fireball, I think. That's a negative trade, but can't do anything. He might Firecracker the bridge. I believe he's playing Minor Wallbreakers, Evo Firecracker. Pretty annoying matchup, honestly. Pretty annoying deck as well. But this deck's been like everywhere in the meta as well. Like, new meta decks have emerged. Gonna log. Yep, had a feeling he would Wallbreakers to kite back, so I just got my log ready. And that's gonna be an okay start. If he goes Mighty Ability, I will just Firecracker. Don't even need to, though. Oh, he does. That's way too aggressive. Like, he's just spamming, honestly. But Minor Wallbreakers, half the time, is just spam. Like, there's a lot of skill that goes into it, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's one of the most overrated archetypes because I feel like you can legit just spam. Like, when I play Minor Wallbreakers, I just spam and it works. Granted, I'm not, like, playing it at a super high level, like, top 1k, but, like, GCs and stuff, like, that's all I do. Gonna log Skellies for these Wallbreakers. There's no point going I-Tower. And this is why I don't like this matchup, guys, because I-Tower is useless. Like, you don't want to go 5 for 2 against Wallbreakers. That's a -3. It's just a joke, honestly. So I feel like that's something that makes this matchup pretty tough. Only thing it really gets value against is their Mighty Miner. That's about it. Like, Goblins, Bats, Minor Wallbreakers, even like a Bomb Tower doesn't really get any value. Gonna hover the Evo Firecracker, though, for like a Mighty Miner or something. Okay, it's Firecracker. Gonna Evo and then Expo in the other lane. He has to deal with both right now. I get some damage in the right as well. Look at that nice chip. And let's see what he does for this. Bats come down. Knight gets 1 hit in the right. That's all I really needed because now he might overcommit to this Expo. That's fine. I can let it go. And I still got what I wanted, right? Which was damage in the right. And then I'll log all this back. Very nice positive trade. Skeleton just to make sure I don't get an explosion. Although I could have taken that. But I want to go same lane as him at the end of the day because he has no big spell. Very aggressive Goblins. I will Knight and then I could just Expo right here. I don't have enough Elixir though. And it's double. It's about to be double. Yeah, and then he goes for the Bats. Like, Bats are a huge pain as well. Ice Spirit is useless against Bats, like, unless you're Titan and you hit all of them, but I don't always hit all. Like, as you guys saw in the video earlier, I hit like 4, I think, so it's kind of tough. Firecracker is helpful, though, compared to Archers, at least. Gonna Expo, I-Tower the bridge. This is, yeah, as you guys can see, like, I-Tower is just not it. Like, Tesla would snipe that Bomb Tower, I think. Actually, maybe it wouldn't. I think that's a pretty good Bomb Tower placement. Actually, no, I think Tesla definitely would, if I played it correctly, but gonna Skellies down low for the Minor. Log for the Wallbreakers, and then that should be a nice little punish. Good Knight for the Firecracker, so don't take any tower damage. And then Expo right now. As I was saying, though, guys, that I-Tower was useless, so, like, I wanted to just go for it. You know, that was, like, the play, the fundamental play, like, Expo building, but it didn't work out because I-Tower was just a very bad building. Like, Bomb Tower was able to bypass, so keep that in mind when you're playing this deck. I don't get anything out of that, but I'm slowly cycling back to my next Evo Firecracker, so It's actually back next up in cycle. He goes for his own, gonna fireball it right away. Skeleton to tank. Very lucky that I went for the skeletons and I was prepared, because if I didn't, that would have splashed Knight. That would have been like 1000 damage right there, and that would have lost me the game. Gonna go for my own right now though, get some splash on tower. That's gonna put it down from 3.2 down to 2.7. Nice 500 damage right there. Skeletons for this miner, and it does take the Firecracker out unfortunately, but I'll Xbow on the left, I guess. I was deciding which lane to go for, but I think left is the right move, because he has to overcommit, and then the next Xbow on the right can probably get him. Like, I think that's what it's about to be. Good night for the miner. Nope, goes miner to the back, but gonna log as well. Should take the Wallbreakers out, and now that he's gonna overcommit to this left Xbow, I can go in the right, and that should be a really nice punish. Also doesn't even respond to the Firecracker on the right. I get even more chip, and I get a lot of damage in both lanes, so this is exactly what I'm going for. Get a Knight for the Mighty Miner. Okay, I have to let this go, unfortunately. I will log, but yeah, like, Mighty Miner Bomb is just too strong. Gonna Firecracker, hopefully activate King off this one. That would be very nice. And we get an activation. Beautiful. So now, I'm up 500 going into triple, which again is my comfort. And I can just defend, probably, and spell cycle, because I know a lot of people don't like hearing this about Xbow, but it's just such a weak win condition. You're not going to break through, so you just have to do the spell cycle. Okay, that is going to be a lot of damage on... Okay, I guess we traded, that's fine. Like, we both got Evo Firecrackers on tower. It feels like he got more damage than me, actually. Hold on, but... Okay, anyway, they're going to Knight the bridge. I actually have to punish right now, because I lied. Like, I can't just spell cycle when he's getting Evo Firecrackers on my tower. So just going to punish and be aggressive. I get a lot of chip on the tower, though. Firecrackers, you guys can see, even non-Evo form, if you play it right, you can actually just get splash on tower. Not the best miner. Should have been on the Xbow, not the tower, because, yeah, I'm not going to take the Xbow out. That's going to be a lock, and I think we won, guys. Let's go. That is going to be very nice. That's going to be 2 fireballs, but he can't stop this. I'm going to BM him. I'm going to say thanks and global tourney emote, because he BM'd me, like, a lot last game, and that was a nice win. As I said, just wanted to mute and come back and beat him this time. So, nice win. Going to put me back above 2.8, top 550. Alright guys, into our next match against Nova Botcham. Oh, this guy's like one of the best lava players of all time, honestly. Like, I think he's back, wow. Because I have not seen that name in years. And if it's like a fake Botcham, it could be a fake one, but he would still be really good to be this high on ladder. So, gonna Expo same lane as the lava. Same fundamental with the cycle, I think that's the best play anyways. Gonna log the Goblin Gang. Okay, he's playing... This is definitely the real Botcham, right? Because no one else would be playing Lava Goblin Gang in this meta right now. How do I deal with this, though? We might go, like, low balloon. Let's see right now, because... I guess a Firecracker first, and he goes... Okay, he goes high balloon. I'm going to Eye Tower to melt everything. It's going to do a lot. Ice Spirit to freeze everything. Okay, wow, I misplaced my balloon. Or my Eye Tower, rather. It does lock onto the balloon, thankfully, not the minion, so I can Fireball. That should take the balloon out with no more hits. Okay, one more hit, I lied. Skeletons kept these wrong lane. Or right lane, wrong lane for him, and that was beautiful. I said right lane, but I mean left, but I mean correct. Like, okay, basically, I love that play against Lava Hound. When they have stuff tanking for their support, you go Skeletons to kite their troops opposite lanes, what I was trying to say, like in the left, which was like the lane he doesn't want to go in, and that's the lane I want them to go in. So, 435 on the tower, that's a really nice trade for me. I can probably just Expo left when he goes Lava on the right again, because... it's just going to be a nice little sequence for me, so I'm just going to hold... Okay, he goes for the gang at the bridge, and balloon, very aggressive, looks like he's getting a bit aggressive, so just going to Eye Tower. He goes Eye Tower to tank for the... or rather, minor tank for the Eye Tower, but it doesn't really work out because I just Ice Spirit to defend, and that's going to be a very nice defense, and he's really screwed his cycle over big time. Like, he doesn't have Balloon in cycle, he doesn't have Goblin Gang, he doesn't have Miner. He has, like, Lava, Arrows, Zap, and Skarmy right now, I think, if he has Skarmy in this deck. Or maybe Minions or something, so I'm going to get ready to, like, Fireball or Log, whatever he does. And yeah, okay, Horde, that's a free Fireball. Looks like he does have a Horde in this deck, but as I said, he had a terrible cycle. Gonna log, that was a perfectly timed Expo because he pretty much just screwed his own cycle over. That's gonna be a really nice lock in the left, and I believe this should be a win so far. Hopefully I don't jinx myself because I haven't taken the right tower yet, but I'm gonna Firecracker the bridge to predict like a Gang or Skarmy or something, and that should be a nice little push. Yeah, I get a lot of damage in the left as well. Some Knight hits too, so that's down to 699. Gonna go for the low Eye Tower and just try and defend this Lava Hound. I'll Expo on the left as well just to take the tower. He goes Minor Balloon. He should be low on Elixir right now, so hopefully get a lock. Okay, gonna log on the right and just hopefully I get something done. Evo Firecracker is back as well, so should do pretty well at stopping this. Gonna Knight the bridge to block for the left Expo. Gonna lose my tower. Gonna Fireball those minions, I think, and try and get a lock. And log this Miner plus Skeletons. And he does go for the arrows. Okay, wait, hold on. Did I really just throw? Wait, gonna Firecracker the bridge and then Ice Spirit and Fireball as well. No way he does. No way he defends both, right? Oh my god, he defended both. No way, guys. I just threw So hard. Oh my god, 84 and 622. If I just... Oh, that's so bad. Okay, guys, I am in the next match against Nomu. Oh, that reminds me of this one anime my friend told me to watch, My Hero Academia, or Boku no Hero Academia. It's like the My Hero like, you know, if you watch anime, you know what I'm talking about. I don't really watch anime, but back when I was in the military, my friend, towards the end, when I was like pretty out of it, he told me just watch it to have fun. I remember like Nomu as a character from that, like it was like a villain, I think, and then I remember like the fight. Anyway, I'm getting very distracted right now. I have to focus on ladder. He's playing Executioner Balloon. Okay, this looks like an off-meta deck. Okay, Scalar Drags to push. Good thing I went for the anti-bypass I-Tower placement. Okay, never mind. Speaking of anti-bypass, I just bypassed my own I-Tower by pushing that balloon to my tower with the Fireball, but it's still fine. Just that damage is fine to take, I guess, and that's going to be a pretty annoying push, but I don't know what this guy is playing. Like, Skeleton Dragon's Balloon, Exe, like... I guess it's going to be Balloon. Yeah, okay, LumberLoon Freeze, I guess. Like, there's this one guy called Poimus who plays this deck. I guess it's that guy. But I don't know if he's playing, like, Evo Firecracker or what, because, like, okay, NATO makes sense. Maybe he has Evo Firecracker then, because... Oh, wait, no, he has Exe, so probably wouldn't have it. Everyone is abusing Evos in this meta. Like, there's a very select few people who don't have any evolutions. Yeah, there's the Evo Skeleton, so... Interesting that he went for the Evo Scalers. I feel like in, like, a LumberLoon deck, Evo Barbs would probably be the best, but what do I know? I don't play LumberLoon. Anyway, I-Tower again, Fireball. He went Balloon, Scalar Drag, which is 9, and based on how fast single Elixir recuperates in single, he does not have enough for a freeze, so just I-Tower Fireball is a straight up 9 for 9. I take no tower damage, and I just have a nice situation. I don't want to Expo because I know what he has, like, right away. Like, okay, goes Expo the back. I'm going to Expo. Okay, I misplaced. Yikes. If that was same... Actually, that should have been opposite lane anyways. Like, that was a bad Expo, but... Okay, he has a Monk. Are you kidding me? Okay, this guy has a Monk in LumberLoon. I don't know why. Maybe the universe just wanted to spite me and put Monk in a deck where I'm trying to get to 3k again, but anyways, gonna Firecracker. Evo Firecracker is staying alive. Inferno Tower again. Notice, guys, I'm always playing it one tile over from the middle. It's gonna kite this balloon over every single time as well, because I just want to get a nice little anti-bypass placement. He cannot shove it with the Scalar Drags, no matter how hard he tries. Gonna Expo, and he should not be back to the Monk. Okay, he is back. So I basically have to let this go for now. While the Monk ability is down, never commit anything to it because it's just going to get reflected. I'll Firecracker late to get the Monk's ability gone. Get some tower damage in the process, and that's a dead Monk, which is not bad. Gonna Ice Spirit to stall this Lumberjack out, or Exe out, my bad. And then Knight for the Exe. I'm going to Expo on the right. He's not back to Monk. I've outcycled his Monk and his I-Tower, or and his Lumberjack rather. And he's not back to his... like any ground troops. So I'm gonna Fireball all this. He goes for a freeze. That's so aggressive. I think I won, guys. Hold on, because I can just Ice Spirit hold this into place. As you guys can see, I-Tower is super good against Balloon. Oh, nice. Perfect Night Predict against the Exe as well. That is going to be it. Like, that's it. He goes for the NATO. I mean, good play, but it's over. Like, Evo Skelly's, like, good play again, but it's over. Like, that's just a Fireball, and that was so clutch. That was a perfect punish. Outcycled the Monk, went for a very aggressive LumberLoon, so I went in at the right time. Perfect time. As you guys can see, you have to go for the perfect Expo time against a hard matchup like that. I don't even know if it's bad if you play it right, but he has a Monk in there, so, like, you know, but that's a very nice win. 2-8-5-6, 2 off 2.9 again. Alright, guys, into our next match against Goat Joe. I have kind of changed my mind. I don't think I want to go for 3k anymore, because I've been, like, slaving away at this game for, like, 5 hours straight or something this evening. It's now night. When I was recording in the morning before my tilt, that was, like, before I went for brunch with my family. Now I'm back, and I just want to finish this and be done with the season, honestly. Like, I just want to be done and probably just not try hard Path of Legends anymore, because I did not remember how much this took out of me. Like, just grinding this game nonstop at a high level. Like, it's just, I mean, it's something I enjoy. Like, I'm doing it, right? I enjoy it, but it takes a lot out of me, honestly. Like, just playing well every single game, and then one mistake you lose. Like, I lost to RG when I went Firecracker, like, one tile too high. So the Fisherman hooked my Firecracker instead of my Knight. Like, those kind of micro plays that you mess up when you're, like, even not, like, 95% successful, or 95% performing, not even 100%. Like, that kind of stuff is just so frustrating. Getting Skellies for the Wallbreakers, and one still explodes. That's annoying, but I'm not surprised that's Wallbreakers. I will Expo the bridge still, because this should be a decent counter push. Like, he should not be really ready for this. Yeah, low bomb or high bomb tower is wrong. He should have gone for the low bomb tower, because I can log, and that's going to be a lock. Plus, I can activate King off this Firecracker, so I'm just going to do that. Let the Expo go. I think the King activation is infinitely more valuable than Ice Spirit for the Goblins. Even if I have to go for a Knight for the Goblins, like, that is just very worthwhile for me. Because now that the King's activated so early on, This is that same minor Wallbreakers matchup beat against Electrify, by the way, guys. Like, now that this is happening, I'm pretty much set. I'm going to Firecracker for all these bats. He goes Wallbreakers. That's way too aggressive. Very bad play, as I said, guys. These guys literally just spam. Like, no offense to my opponent, but he's literally just spamming right now. That was not a good Wallbreakers at all. Just has to go Skeleton. So he has to respond to this. They can probably just Expo after the fact. He goes for the Ice Spirit. It's going to be a nice counter. I get some chip damage in the right. Look at that. I get like 300 damage just because why not? Honestly, guys, I'm going to do something I see Titan do, and I know I'm up Elixir, but I'm going to defense Expo to punish because I can't offensive Expo. I'm not up Elixir, or I'm up Elixir, but I'm not up, like, Cycle and Sequence-wise, so I'm going to just play passive and play correctly as much as I can, because as I said, pushing this high level takes a lot out of me, and I know some people might not say, like, oh, it's not top 100, it's not high level, but to me, this is pretty high level. Like, top 500 end season, like, to me, I don't play this game that much anymore, like, compared to how much I used to. This is pretty high level for me. So I'm going to log. That's going to be a lock, and that should be game, I think, because I just, as I said, I did the correct play. I didn't play aggressive. I didn't play super aggro and mess up. I did the correct play, defense expo when I was up to get an advantage, get him in the wrong cycle, make him overcommit. Now I'm just going to Fireball Cycle. And I think first eye tower of the game, guys, because I said it's a useless card in this matchup. But now it doesn't matter if I go for a negative trade because I can just pretty much Fireball Tower. That's one Fireball. I could just go for it, honestly, and that's going to be it. So, very nice game. I'm glad I played well. Going to give him the well played and good luck as well. Just, you know, be a good sport, because why not? And that's going to be 1 off 2.9, I think. Let's see where it's going to put me. Honestly, I'm very tired. I just want to get one more win and be done. 420 in the world. Nice number. Let's go for it. Alright, guys, I found it against Suki. Oh, wait, this is really good. I'm gonna give him good luck. Okay, he's laughing already. Yeah, I think this guy's playing Goblin Giant Sparky. I think through, like, the 50,000 Evo RGs and Hog EQ Evo Firecrackers that I went against, I was able to get the matchup gods to bless me with a non-Evo RG game for the 2.9. And I think I'm just gonna stop if I win this one, guys. Like, I am done grinding this game. Goes for a Sparky. As I said, I'm playing correctly. I'm not going to go for anything. I'm going to go for the eye tower down low. Era told me with this deck, you can go for the eye tower low instead of defensive Expo because Expo just gets no value, and you have an Inferno tower, might as well use it. I'm just going to listen to my friend's advice right now because he was, like, helping me out in call earlier, and I'm not going to do anything really stupid. I want to win this game no matter what, so I'm not going to get starting hand by Sparky, nor am I going to let myself, like, do something dumb to lose to it. He goes Dark Prince Arrows. That's perfect because I can just Ice Spirit Knight for this. Yeah, really aggressive mini P.E.K.K.A Rage. Like, that was like, okay, I guess. Like, I have to overcommit to that a bit, but I'm alive is the point, and yeah, he's mad it didn't work out. He tried to, like, win in the first push because he's obviously frustrated, and as I said, I have to play correctly the whole game. Doesn't matter how much he overcommits. If I don't have the perfect cycle or the perfect elixir, I can't go in at the right time. This is the right time, though, because he just went for a very bad Mega Minion. He cannot afford a Goblin Giant in time. Goes for a late Sparky. I won't even overcommit with an Ice Spirit or a Knight. I will just let it go and Knight late. Like, that's the correct play. That's a 9 for 6. It's -3 for me, but I get 1,000 damage on tower. That's the correct play. I'm going to go for it. I could have gone, like, Ice Spirit the bridge, Knight to retarget, but there's just no point. This game lasts 5 minutes, right? Like, that's the way I see it with Expo. This game lasts till tiebreaker. I can play as patiently or as well as I want. I can't overcommit. I have to play as well as possible, not make any mistakes, and I can win. So going to eye tower. He does go for a very nice Dark Prince to block the eye tower. Like, well played. But very bad rage. Like, I mean, good rage, I guess. Like, it does take the Firecracker out and rages the Goblin Giant up, but it doesn't take the Firecracker out, and that's problematic for him. I might just Expo right now and Knight to break the Sparky because it should be a nice punish. Yeah, Arrow's going to Knight as well. If he goes Sparky, he loses, and okay, he goes the correct play. He is a good player. Like, he knows what he's doing. He's just high up with Goblin Giant Sparky in this terrible meta. But I'm pretty confident I can defend this with an Inferno Tower. Like, this is what Inferno Tower is built for. Skeleton's Fireball for that, and that's going to keep my Expo alive. Now, okay, oh my god, I almost misplaced an Expo. I am really tired. I'm going to eye tower. Like, that was what I wanted to do the whole time. If I defense Expo there, I might just throw the whole game away. My god. I cannot afford for, like, even a single mistake right now. Like, I have to play as perfectly as possible. Goes for the Mega Minion. I'm just going to go low Firecracker, and he might Arrows. That's not going to be what he wants to do. That's just a 6 for 3. I can Log Cycle, and now I'm just going to chill, and just, I guess, like, just chill. Like, honestly, I'm just going to chill. Like, I don't need to rush this at all. That's, like, 3 Fireballs, but I'm in no rush. I'm going to go for another Firecracker. This one's evolved. It's broken as hell. I'm sure you guys know that. As you guys can see, it's just lighting up the entire arena. It's going to take care of that. It's probably going to solo that Sparky. Just going to eye tower for the Goblin Giant. Ice Spirit for this. Firecracker to cut the EWiz over. Okay, well played with the EWiz. Going to retarget the eye tower, but he has to respond to my knight. I don't think I lost. I think I'll take some damage, but that should not be game over. Yeah, good push on his end, but I'm not panicking. I know it took a lot of damage, but it's fine. Like, I was able to take that much because I'm still playing correctly. I don't have to worry about anything. He doesn't have a big spell. He only has, like, arrows, or he only has, like, rage, actually. So, just going to take the first fireball right now. Firecracker's still alive. Oh, that's going to be it. That's going to... Never mind, let's go EWiz. If he didn't go EWiz, guys, he would have lost. And because of that, I can go eye tower safely. Ice Spirit for the Goblin Gen. This is going to full counter because he has no elixir to stop this. So... flawless execution. I think, yeah, Fireball logged as 351 and did the math with error earlier. That's going to be it. And thank God my season is over. That's going to be 2.9k again. I said I was going for 3k, guys, like halfway in the day ago. But now I'm just happy to be 2.9 again. And I'm just going to stop here. That's going to be 2917. I think it was 2918 before. That's pretty funny. 378 in the world. I am so happy. I'm ecstatic right now because I think there should be a top 500 secured, and that's all I'm really happy with now. Like, I came into this, I guess it's good to have good ambitions and goals, right? I came into this wanting to beat my 107 finish, but I realized I've not grinded this game enough. Like, people like Aragon or Titan, I'm not as good as them with Expo. I'd say I'm pretty good at Expo. I'm up there, but I'm not like, you know, top 3, top 5 contention, so I just like to do my best to teach you guys stuff, and I do like to compete, but I'm very happy with another top 500, and I'm just gonna finish there. Honestly, I'm just gonna finish there. And I had some very nice games. I beat Evo RG. This is the tilt, guys. Look at this. I was all the way down to, yeah, I lost to, like, this is where it started. Like, deep down low. It was the last one, and then I was just down. Oh my! And I lost to, like, Loon Cycle 2. Like, this is just a really tough push. Like, there it is, guys. As you guys can see right there, I stopped like a bunch of hours ago. So my push officially started like over 7 hours ago. I think I've been playing for like 8 hours overall today. Where's the game against Fino? That was the draw. That's when I started. My first game when I came back after brunch was against Fino, I think, and we tied. He's my friend, my Italian friend. Bella Partita to Fino. Yeah, there it is right there. So 2 hours 23. It's been a 2.5 hour push, and I was able to reach 2.8 from 2.7, or 2.9 rather from 2.7 in 2.5 hours. I'm done. I'm going to show you guys where I'm on the leaderboard. Should be like top 3 local as well. Singapore is pretty dead in terms of local leaderboard. And I'm just really happy, guys. Like, it might not be the finish I wanted. Like, I came in with a good goal, but I'm still very proud of myself. I know I did well. I know I tried my best. I know I grinded hard, and I worked for this, and I got it. And I can retire safely now. Like, I'm going to reconsider how much I grind this game. I'll just play for content and for fun, I think. I'll also play for achievements, but as for a ladder, I'm happy with this. So that's going to be for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.